So I wanted to show you how this interaction takes place, especially on the left side.
Well, I would have bet against it myself. Anyway, it's good to see you. Hey, why is it? I was thinking about it the other day. There aren't very many of you.
Did you see how the cigarette gets hold? It's like I see it on men more than on women. And here, everything.
What is it you think young people are looking for today?
The way that the hand was holding the head was kind of boyish. Funny. Now, about what it said.
And who's the man in this parable? The mule or the person holding the carrot?
The woman is the mule.
And the man?
The hand was on her body. Now listen to what it said.
It's something that somebody's always teasing.
Constantly chasing a man.
Yeah.
Who always elude.
So explaining that women are always chasing something and want something from men that they are not ready to give.
I don't know, it's not feminine maybe, that's why. I mean, to get out and really get into music, get on the bottom side of the music instead of float around on the top like most chick singers do. I think they, on the top of the melody.
That's true. So that's her as a child holding a doll. She's not holding the doll very nurturing like this one with the face turned towards each other, rather like showing off the doll. But never mind. That's her with her mother and her brother. She just had unflattering hairstyles, that's about it. And a square face. But that's because her mother and her father have these kind of faces. Here, the face just is very big. The head compared to the body. That's why it looks so boyish. There is no widow's peak, but as you will see later on, the cheeks, the fat distribution is on nose level. That's okay. The mouth is very big. That's about it. And the eyes are very far back. And she's got a square face, but that's about it. It looks boyish because the head is so big. But what are you gonna do if you've got lords and barons and dukes and majors as your ancestors? Probably that's the reason. Don't know. So she's got long arms because her mother has really long arms. That's in a school dress, but the people with her got about the same kind of boyish face as she has. She's not alone. That's her. You can tell by the nose. When the nose has got these two things on each side, that's her. And later on, you'll see what the teeth, the shadow in the middle, that's her. One tooth is broken or so. Well, very boyish. She has got a lot of testosterone in her system because of the stress level that she has to cope with. That's all. There is no widow's peak, but she has no big cheekbones. And as we said, the fat distribution is kind of correct for a woman. It's not high up on her cheekbones. It's further down. There you have a highlight. It's just her face is very strange. A boy-girl mixture. And the skin is a bit rough maybe. And she's got a flat chin as well. Huge mouth. Some eyebrow ridge going on there. And you would even say boyish hair. But she's just not doing it very well. She should cut it a bit more often. Maybe. Yeah. That's not a very flattering picture. But here you can see what I said about the tooth. When it looks like this, that's her. So, she has got no ass and no cellulite sort of legs when she's thin. We have to remember that for the next pictures to prove that she's a woman. Because her shoulders, they're very thin and all. And also sloping down. So we don't have to go, oh, that's a man. Because when she gets fatter, the fat distribution really is as it is when I get fat. It's on the legs and they look woman-like. And now you're gonna see her legs. It's like straight up and down figure, but that's because she's thin. And she really has no wide hips. That's why you have no Q angle. That's why it's just straight up and down. That's just one of her boyish features. Again. And also her stance, how she does that is very boyish. Here as well. It's just very funny to see that. Even when she's relaxed while rehearsing with her band, she stands like this. That's just her. Even when she's dancing. How she wiggled her ass. That's very funny. So I was like, well, maybe she has breasts, fake ones, because on every picture you have this thing here happening. Wherever you go. You know, that's the same day. So, but that's because then I found out because she's not wearing a bra. That's the reason for it. And here you can see there were days when she had nice hair. So her nutrition level was better. She was drinking a lot of alcohol. That was her drug. And that's what made her hair so boyish, so worn out. You know, here you can see the malheur here as well happening. That's just because she's not wearing a bra. So if you're so stressed out because you're living in Texas where people are very straight and you are kind of a free being, then you are so stressed out and you get a lot of testosterone flowing. And that's what makes her skin so bad. Here we see she didn't like to be photographed. They all knew there is a photo being taken. And she doesn't look into the camera. Just very telling. Some people say that the sister of her was her because the pictures fit. That's just nonsense. Because we know her eyes, how narrow and small they are. And these people just have different eyes altogether. Come on. That you can't fake. If she has a sister, that sister would have the same wide eyes. And also, it can't be her because of the talking.
Against the Dakota Access Pipeline. On Saturday,
this voice has nothing in common with Janet's voice, even though she has a sibling that we don't know anything of, this one. But that's about all. Forget about this theory. The really important thing is the following. So he said it's funny that Janis Joplin called that singing. And Tom Jones is right. Because, listen. If you know this track, then you know that it continues the same way. It's just a crying. Tom Jones called it screaming, here it is crying. And that's really what's happening in any sort of popular music, because, well, here we see how she sang.
The first recording of